I apparently got Nagisa's name wrong on the last chapter. I'm sorry I forgot what Nagisa's last name was. So I asked Akira-chan and she told me it was Shingetsu because she thought it meant a different character. I'm sorry, she is too, but don't blame her or anything. Also, someone asked me to put Monica Toa and Pickle Satan in this fanfic. What? But I can't because I don't know what anime they're from. By the way, this fanfic takes place at a few years after the first part of my upcoming fanime true love story, and Kimmy is 12 in this. That's a lot of fucking weird information. Chlorine Grown Roses, Chapter 11, Bloody Shredded Petals, apparently. Oh my god, said Rin. Said Rin. Like he narrates himself. Just as he saw Homura's body, he said that. No kidding. I screamed and fainted when I saw the body. When I regained consciousness, I was laying on a couch. I was confused for a moment, but then I realized I was at Akira's house. But why was I at Akira's house? Nagisa and Rin were beside me, while Akira was crying in a corner. Are you okay, Azusa? Asked Rin. Then I remembered what happened. No, I'm not, I said, and I sobbed. Seeing Homura dead like that was like seeing my parents die all over again. I looked at the body again. It was still lying there. There was more blood. Call the freaking police! What? There was more blood than the last time I saw the body. It was in a puddle on the floor. I cried for who knows how long. Eventually I stopped and decided to investigate. Call the police! What do you mean? Investigations start. This... Okay. The victim is Homura Thompson. The time of death is somewhere between 5:30 and 7 p.m. The body was found in the living room of Akira Thompson. Cause of death is a blow to the head with a baseball bat. So you just found the murder weapon lying there? Akira has stopped crying. So we, and also Rin and Nagito, apparently his name is just interchangeable now, decided to investigate until the police arrived. That is not how that works. You are going to just sully all of the evidence. I found a pen and a notepad from a drawer in Akira's house, so I decided to write down evidence on paper. You don't have to write down evidence, it's there. What? There's no way the glasses could have been broken in the way they're broken just from the bat. Clearly someone purposely broke the glasses, said Rin, investigating the glasses. There's blood all over the floor and there's a puddle of milk by the door, said Nagisa, investigating the door. I realized I didn't notice that when I first walked in because the door was open. Fascinating, I said. I was sad though. I couldn't believe this would happen to Akira right after I met her. I stopped myself from crying and went on. It was up to us to figure out what happened to Homura. No, it's up to the dang police. Just leave it alone. Stop it. This isn't an anime. God. I didn't know what to investigate, so I asked Nagisa and Akira what they were doing at the time of the crime. Nagisa, where were you and what were you doing at the time of the crime? I asked Nagisa. Well, I was hanging out with Ray-chan at his house, and then we decided to get ice cream at the store. I saw Akira there. But then she confessed her love to me, said Nagisa. Did you accept it? Priorities. Why should I tell you? Asked Nagisa, blushing. Anyways, I gave her my number and she left. Then, a few minutes later, Akira called me while crying and told me to come to her house. She said it was important, but I didn't think it would be this important. Okay, I said. Then I walked up to Akira. Where were you and what were you doing at the time of the crime? I asked her. Akira started to cry, but then stopped. I respected her. She was stronger than me. Well, Aunt Homura told me to go to the store to get some milk. Shit, I guess she needs some milk. She looked on the verge of tears. At the store I saw the boy I have a crush on, so I decided to tell him how I feel. I fall in love easily, he. Priorities! Eerily, she looked like her cheerful self again, but not really. I knew she was hurting inside. Her soul was bleeding, and no stitches could heal that. Ugh. He said he'd think about it, so I went home only to find this! She burst into tears again. I assumed that she had spilt the milk upon the body discovery. I wrote everything down in a notepad, along with mine and Rin's testimonies. I'm just going to leave that one alone. I know neither of us did it, because we were making out, LOL. What? Priorities! Damn! Then I saw a laptop. It was completely destroyed. It looked like it was smashed by the bat. The bat was made of metal. Then suddenly, I heard there was a murder, so I shall help with the investigation. It was Kimi Sakura. She was wearing a magenta jacket with a magenta short skirt, gray thigh highs, and brown shoes. You know, this is looking eerily like a certain other fan fiction. That rhymes with Shmai Shmimortal. Just saying. Who are you? Akira said, confused. I'm Kimi Sakura, and I'm here to investigate, said Kimi. But we're already investigating, said Akira and Nagisa. I really think you should leave it to the real detective here, said Kimi. Then suddenly another person walked in. It was Rei Ryuzaki. What's with these edgy names? Nagisa, there you are, shouted Rei. I was looking everywhere for... Oh my god! Rei had finally noticed Homura's body laying there. We're investigating a murder. You want to help? Asked Akira, who was about to cry again. Y'all need to just sit outside and don't touch anything. I really think all of you should go home, said Kimi. Okay, everyone said. Eventually the police arrived, but since they couldn't find anything that we hadn't already found, they left. Alright. Good work, guys. Since Aunt Homura's dead, where am I gonna stay? Asked Akira. She looked like she was about to cry. She wasn't crying already. You could stay in my house. We could be roommates, I said. It's not your house. You can't just invite people over to just stay and be roommates. I like that idea, said Akira. She was smiling. Oh my goodness gracious. Great balls of molten flames. Oh. Okay, so this chapter, Akira-chan isn't spell checking because she was busy with a final for college, but she'll be back next chapter. You don't say. Because she was so adamant in her spell checking before. Good work. I hope you passed your final. I hope it wasn't a final in English, just saying. Also read Akira-chan's Steven Oh, no thank you. Actually, maybe I will. Steven Universe fanfic Morganite is really good, and I have an OC named Kunzite in it. Ho 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 ho! Sorry. I go back to school on January 4th, so I won't be able to update as frequently once I go back to school. Sorry. Oh, Happy New Year. Enjoy. Happy New Year, author. I might have enough time for a couple more. Chlorine Grown Roses, Chapter 12. Complete Aqua Rose. That sounds pretty. TBH. Akira was my roommate now. Since my bed was big enough and we didn't have another bed, so we slept on the same bed. I know what you're thinking. We're not lesbians, lol. I never had a roommate before, or a friend before. This would be fun. You made like a bunch of friends like a week ago. Chopped liver. Akira grabbed her stuff, placed it into a bag, and went home with me. Then Rin came to me. So, maybe I'll see you tomorrow, said Rin. Okay, I said. We kissed, and he left. Me and Akira walked home together. The sky was beautiful. It was clear and filled with stars. Then there was a shooting star. We made wishes on the star. What was your wish? My wish is for my life to go back to normal as much as it can, and also for lots of donuts. What about you? My wish is to be happy, and for my scars to be healed. I know that won't ever happen, though, I said on the verge of tears. Then I started crying. Akira comforted me, and then I stopped crying, and we went home. So did it just leave the dead body, like, in the house? I kind of want to know what became of that. Jesus. Where was I? Where was I? Where was I? Da, 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 da. Ah, yes. It was late when we got home, so everyone was asleep. Makoto's door was open, and I can see him and Haru sleeping together, which was super adorbs. Akira and me blushed at that and went back to our room. Excuse me. Akira set her bags on the floor, and we went to sleep. The next morning, I woke up early. I was alone. Akira had left a note on the side of the bed, said, "Went to get some breakfast. I'll be back soon." A few minutes later, she came back with a bag of donuts. You can't just eat donuts for, every meal of the day. What else would you expect me to get? I mean, actual breakfast food? Dickhead, said Akira, smiling. I played my Fall Out Boy CDs quietly because everyone else was asleep, and we ate our donuts and told jokes. Then it was time to go to school. We walked together, and we didn't stop anywhere on the way. Well, that's good. Don't want to be late. Everyone was talking about the incident from yesterday. Akira was able to hold in her tears, but I couldn't. We managed to get through our classes, and then I approached Akira after class. You said you wanted to join the swim team, right? Well, swim practice is today, I told Akira. Great! I brought my swimsuit, said Akira. We put our swimsuits on and went to the pool. I was wearing a black bikini with a little red bow on it, with a swim skirt that also had a red bow on it. I don't think that is proper school attire, young lady. Akira wore a blue bikini with the Iwatobi jacket. Hey Makoto, this is my friend Akira, I said. Howdy. I'm Akira. Can I join the swim team? Said Akira. Let's see how good you are at swimming, said Makoto. Akira jumped to the pool and swam. I don't even think I could do all the amazing strokes she could. All right, you're in, said Makoto sweetly. During practice, when we went swimming, we were fangirling over the boys. They're so hot, said Akira. I know, right? Then practice ended, and we went home. Clear and concise. Sorry, guys, but Akira-chan can't spell check again this chapter because she's busy with work for college. So enjoy. Chlorine-grown roses. Chapter 13. Wilted, drowning roses. That does not sound like it bodes very well. The next day, Akira and I left Makoto's house very early in the morning. I was wearing a black jacket with Neko ears on the hood, a Panic at the Disco shirt I cut to be V-neck, a frilly red skirt, leggings with a black cat on them, and combat boots that made me look like an action girl and I had rose red lipstick, blue eyeshadow, fake eyelashes with a lot of mascara and some eyeliner. Jesus Christ, that sentence was a freaking obstacle. Um, cool beans. Lord, I also painted my nails black in memory of Akemi. Oh, please don't start this. Shh, Daddy's reading. Hush. Oh my goodness. Come on, hurry up. Please. Hush. I need you to be quiet. Come, my son. Everything your toe beans touch is our kingdom. Okay. You gonna be quiet while I read? Cool beans. Now, you threw me off. You better not ruin my views, mister. I also painted my nails black in memory of Akemi's aunt wearing, Akira's aunt? Was wearing white tank top that clung tightly to her and showed off her big boobs. Booty shorts and running shoes? What? Hey, I need you to hush. Oh my god, don't do this. That is not proper swimming attire. Oh my goodness. Not even swimming attire. Just school attire. Booty shorts at school? Boy, if you don't stop that, I am trying to work. Jeez. Oh no, don't start that. Okay, cool. Oh my goodness. Running shoes, and I put on temporary tattoos of chibi knee swirls on her knees. She also put her hair up in a swirly ponytail, and she braided mine, but kept the little big tail. What is going on here? While she was braiding, I cried. Her hand was so soft. It reminded me of my mother when she used to braid my hair, and also Anzu. After we got ready, we left Makoto, who left early because he was going to walk to school with his BF Haru. I'm assuming they mean best friend because they did not introduce any relationshipping at all. I felt ready for the day now that I've had my morning helping of donuts, Akira said happily while eating 10 donuts. Jesus, that's a lot of carbs. I'm glad, I said. I had a donut, but since I'm not athletic like Akira, I would get fat if I ate too many donuts, so I only ate one. Also reminded me of the cookies my mother used to make. I cried. Hey, wanna race me? Akira asked, excited. A good jog is a good way to start the morning. Well, she is right about one thing. No thanks, I said, but then Akira ran off without me while she laughed. I struggled to run behind her, and by the time I caught up, my lungs hurt so bad that I wanted to cry. We got to school and sat through our regular lessons while we passed notes in class, but the teacher didn't notice us, so we didn't get in trouble or anything. After school, we went to swim, and Ko was there. Hey, there's a swim meet next week, so we're all practicing our strokes, she said. Akira is best at breaststroke, which we figured out last time, so we should test you, Azusa. I hope she's good at backstroke, Makoto said with a smile. I was actually good at all the strokes, because I was the best on my swim team when I was little. But that was before my parents got married. I started to cry as I remembered my parents. Let's start with freestyle. Oh, they're gonna start spitting? What? Ko said, excited to see me swim. Ready? I nodded and got ready to jump into the water. Oh dear. Akira surprised me, though, when she clapped and cheered and I fell in. I was going to start over, but everyone told me to go, so I went. It was a mistake. I swam fast for a while, and I did really good, but I couldn't get the accident out of my head. My back stung and my eyes hurt from keeping them underwater for so long. Before I knew it, I was at the end of the pool, and I did a kick to turn around, but then tragedy happened. It was so long since last time I kick turned that I made a big mistake. I hit my head on the bottom of the pool. My vision went black, and I vaguely remembered seeing my tears that were black from the mascara stream from my eyes before I blacked out. Why are you wearing makeup in a pool? I thought I was dead like my parents at first, before I woke up on the side of the pool with Haru-chan on top of me. What? I did the maneuver. Are you okay, Azusa-chan? I coughed up some water and sobbed a bit, but then I nodded. Yeah, thank you, I said. Haru smiled. You almost drowned. That was close. Haru helped me up, but I wasn't happy. I felt horrible, my heart ached with emotions, and I felt like crying again. Haru, seeing him on top of me, it made me feel the same way I felt with Rin. Azusa, I heard someone else say. I turned and saw Makoto, who was upset. Try not to hurt yourself again. Then he went up to me and whispered so no one could hear. Don't play with my boyfriend's emotions like a kid in a toy store. I couldn't say anything. I could only cry. How would I ever tell Rin, or Haru, or Makoto that I liked Haru? I cried. And with that, we have made perfect time. That will be all for this video. I thank you for listening, and hopefully you can deal with my cat sounds like that one, because I'm not redoing this. So, hey, enjoy that. I will see you all in the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Bye-bye.